The world is run by pedophiles. Well, that was weird. Do you recognize this man? Of course you don't. Not many people know who he is. This man's name was Jeffrey Epstein. Now, a lot of conspiracy theories were floating around on the internet based on Jeffrey Epstein and his, shall I say, activities. Now, I can't cover all the details about the conspiracy in a short amount of time, but I'll try. Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire, although nobody knows what he officially did to make his fortune. He was well connected with the elite class. He rubbed shoulders with the most influential people in the entire world. Hillary and Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Jackson, Kevin Spacey, Stephen Hawking, and many, many more. He and his partner Ghislaine Maxwell used to fly out these powerful people in their private airlines named Lolita Express, red flag, to their private island where they used to host these powerful people. Many of these celebrities are sexually attracted to underage girls. Jeffrey and Ghislaine would traffic underage girls and supply them to these people so that they can have their way with them. Now, Jeffrey would film these interactions, oftentimes in secret, and then use that footage as blackmail to control and manipulate these people. Jeffrey had a ranch in Florida where he kept numerous girls as sex slaves. He reportedly wanted to impregnate them so he can have his own little Epstein army. In 2019, he was arrested and imprisoned. While awaiting trial, he was murdered by a cellmate who was ordered to take him out by the same powerful elite who feared he would expose their crimes to the world during this ongoing trial. His partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, has been sentenced to 20 years in prison, but none of the people who she trafficked those minors to have been brought to justice. Now, that's the conspiracy. Keep in mind that this is all make-believe fantasy stuff created by schizos on the internet, and there's no evidence for any of this at all. All of this is cuckoo, made-up nonsense. A few weeks ago on Twitter, I was scrolling through my For You feed, and this tweet by popular YouTuber Mutahar popped up. You know Mutahar? Some ordinary gamers? You might recognize him from this meme. Yep, him. A fellow Brown. In his tweet, he mentions an upcoming video game set to be released on the platform Steam, and the name of the game immediately caught my attention. That's right, Epstein! Survive a mysterious island and thwart the sinister plans of Jeffrey in Epstein. I like how they changed Jeffrey to Jeffrey with just one F. Like that's gonna make a difference? Guys, he's not gonna sue you. He's dead. Or is he? Now, at first I had my suspicions whether this was a troll or a meme, but I got onto Steam and I searched for it, and yeah, there it was. The moment I confirmed that this was a real game, I went, okay, this is the topic for my next video. Now, I'm not a gamer because I don't play video games, because I don't have time to play video games, because I'm getting too much pussy. The trailer is pretty great. It's got epic gameplay footage and an epic musical score. But my favorite part is not that it's a new survival game, or that you can create a base with your friends, or that you can explore Epstein's island, or that you can discover the bosses. No, it's that you can catch fish. Oh yeah, look at that. That alone is worth the price of this game. Did I mention that? This game is not free to play. You have to buy it with actual money. But not to worry, I'm sure this game is worth every penny. I mean, just go through the community section and see the glowing reviews for yourself. Posted by people who I bet you'd trade lives with in an instant. I mean, look at this absolute Chad. So I bought the game, installed it, played it, and here's my review. Don't get your hopes up, it's pretty shit. I started the game and I was immediately met with this welcome screen. We're working quickly to resolve the bug issues, but if you get stuck, you can always delete key yourself. Yes, very funny. And also, Wrong. Hashtag Epstein did kill himself. Aw, look at that, he's waving. He's gonna have a great time on this island. So you spawn at this house holding a rock. Can you get rid of the rock? No. You're pretty much stuck with the rock for the rest of the game. Let's walk out. We're sorry, but there are no Pokemon on this island. Oh, I get it. I don't get it. Looks like someone was summoning Lucifer in that room. You jump on that trampoline thing and whoosh. I thought I'll explore the area a bit, and that's where I met with the first inhabitant. It's this blue headless mannequin thing holding a large wooden plank named Blue Andrew. I think it's a reference to Prince Andrew from the royal family. Apparently he and Epstein were like this.
Just for the record, you've been on his private plane.
Yes.
You've been to stay on his private island.
Yes.
You've stayed at his home in Palm Beach.
Yes.
You've visited Ghislaine Maxwell's house in Belgravia in London.
Yes.
So you would have made that connection because you stayed with him, you were a visitor, a guest on many occasions at his homes, and nothing struck you as suspicious
Nothing.
during that whole time?
Nothing.
Sure Andrew, we believe you. If you look to the right of the screen, you'll see a task being displayed. You see that? Make your first hatchet? Yeah, I think I did 3 of those. The ones after this were collect some wood and collect some rocks. Which, I gotta say, these tasks were the most annoying things about this stupid game. Let me say this first. I tried recording my gameplay on OBS, and after I was done recording, I noticed that some footage was missing. It probably wasn't saved on my computer, but I didn't want to go back and record it again because that would be torture. So when I describe something about the game and you don't see the matching footage on screen, just roll with it, okay? And I would like to apologize in advance for the janky gameplay footage you're about to see. I don't have a fancy desktop setup with a high-end graphics card. All I have is a normal laptop. I'm poor. So yeah, about the tasks on the screen, they were infuriating to say the least. Even a simple task like gather some wood. There's no directions on the map, no marks or icons on the map, no hints as to where I could find some wood. I even looked around the trees, but to no luck. Silly me to think that wood comes from trees. Finally, after wandering about for what seemed like forever, I stumbled upon some planks of wood. And yeah, that's task number 1 complete. Only 8,000 more to go. The next task was gather some rocks. And you'd think that in an island like this, that would be pretty easy to do. But no. I looked for so long, and I couldn't find any. I even went over to spots that were obviously made of rocks. Still no luck. So that's when I thought, fuck that. Screw the tasks, let's move on to other things. I can't tell if my character is shirtless or wearing a skin-colored shirt. Tried talking to the skeleton man and he has a funny way of speaking. That's kinda amusing. So this is a seedsman. You're supposed to trade things for seeds, which obviously I couldn't do because nothing works in this freaking game. The mechanics of this game are pretty weird. Look at this present box looking thing. Look at the way it reveals its contents when you open it up. What is that? Why is it exploding? Is it a giant balloon? Really weird design choices. Speaking of weird design choices, what the hell is this? You step on some contraption on the ground, a small explosion happens, preceded by the sound of someone locking their car. What? I thought this was a way to kill monsters, like a trap. I tried it and... it doesn't work. This is stupid. This is nothing. I walked a little further into the island and met with a second inhabitant, Strange Donald. This is obviously a reference to Donald Trump, who knew Epstein back in the day and used to party with him too. Look. Can we talk about this clip for a moment? Look at Epstein's smile. He legit has the Joker smile. Bro literally looks like a demon. Man, talk about creepy. While we're on the subject, I might as well knock the others off the list. The other monsters on the island are Mini Half King, which I don't even have to explain. Obviously, it's a reference to Stephen Hawking. Half King, Hawking. Why? Although I don't understand how this alien-looking motherfucker is supposed to represent Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking isn't even associated with aliens. He studied black holes and shit. Also, if you've ever seen a picture of Stephen Hawking, you would notice that he's not heavily associated with standing either. Quick side note, how wild are the Stephen Hawking Epstein Island allegations? He liked to watch midgets strip naked and do complex mathematical equations on a chalkboard. What? You sick bastard! Allegedly. Interesting fact, there's a spot in the game with Hawking's abandoned chair. Whose cursed wheelchair is this? I know, Stephen Half King. And the last monster on the island, as far as I know, there could be more, I didn't finish the game, is this thing. Headless Leonardo. Reference to Leonardo DiCaprio, I guess. Leo DiCaprio, well known for dating girls in their early 20s and then dumping them right after they turned 25. But I didn't know that he liked them that young. But the name is a bit disrespectful to Leo. I mean, Headless Leonardo? Headless? How could the guy be headless when he, like me, gets too much Now I was meandering about, bored out of my mind, regretting every decision that I ever took that led to this moment, when something peculiar came my way. The developers had just pushed an update where they give you a companion or companions to help you fight the monsters, and let's meet them. The companions are named MJ, all of them. I couldn't think of any other reason other than this being a reference to Michael Jackson.
I would never hurt children.
But shouldn't the character design be somewhat similar to Michael Jackson? I mean, this makes no sense. You initiate a conversation with an MJ and you notice something funny. You see, that's exactly how the skeleton guy talks. Which made me think, is this a way of the creators being quirky? Or were they just lazy to put in the effort to say the actual words like a normal person? Given what we're dealing with here, I'm gonna go with the latter. Nobody who worked on this is getting my sympathy. Nobody. So I recruited a couple of MJs and we were off to the races. We were looking for some smoke, and we found it. I ran into this strange Donald and Mini Half King, and the chase began. I left the foe to my loyal henchmen for them to showcase their superior fighting prowess, to exhibit their exceptional combat skills and make their dear leader proud. And... yeah. Don't worry, it's just a glitch. They're trying at least. Their heart's in the right place. I mean, the monsters are directly underneath them, so at least they have directional awareness. At one point, I decided to go down there myself and handle business, and I got struck and I died. This is a good time to mention that every time you die in the game, regardless of where you are on the map, you respawn at the same house we saw at the very beginning. That means every time I died, I had to walk all the way from that house to the location that I died just to continue what I was doing, which is not convenient. Hey developers, have you heard of checkpoints? Anyways, I found another couple of MJs and we went frolicking on the island looking for monsters to kill. They knocked down the strange Donald and Wolf. Look at that view.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Woof! What are you doing to me, Donald?
I'm gonna come.
Me and the boys went on an absolute rampage. They were destroying these mofos like they were nothing, dog. MJ with a gun, MJ with a sword, we even got an MJ with a big ass stick, just knocking them down one after the other. You know, even though the game as a whole was a giant snooze fest, these few moments I got with my MJs, they kinda made it worth it. There's something about mowing down bad guys with your buddies that feels cathartic. And it made the game a little less shitty for me. Also, it satisfied my masculine urge to conquer my opponents. As Mahatma Gandhi once famously said, "There's no greater feeling than killing the enemy." Please don't look that up. There was one instance where one of my MJs betrayed me. I don't think he meant it, but it was a huge pain in the ass. Yeah, that. What was he thinking? That's what she said. Okay, alright. Okay, finally, this is where I lost my mind and basically rage quit. There were 3 separate occasions where I just got stuck in the game. Like, I don't mean metaphorically, I mean literally. There are so many places and situations in this game where you just get stuck and you have no other option but to quit and restart the game. This first one was where I was trying to evade a monster and I jumped into a crevice and yeah, I'm stuck. Yeah, I can't move. By the way, I was not pressing any keys while this was happening. This is by default. All of a sudden, dude turns into a heavy metal fan. Second instance was when me and the boys were checking out this empty house and they just cornered me out of nowhere and wouldn't let me leave. I can tell that the creators put a lot of thought and care into this game. Okay, this is it. If I make this jump, I can get the hell out of this island. One small jump across this tiny ravine, and I can make it out of here alive. There's no way I can fail. It's so easy. I can practically taste freedom. Okay, here I go. Great game, guys. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. After resisting the urge to pull my hair out, I very calmly quit the game and made the decision to never go near it again. I then proceeded to hop on back to Steam and promptly request a refund, which they haven't processed yet, but I'll wait. I'm chill. Give me back my money! Give me it! I couldn't help but wonder what other people were saying about this game, so I headed over to the community hub. Fear the Slot says, glorifying a man who preyed on underage girls. Pathetic devs. Won't buy this game. Won't buy any games from the dev. Come on, Fear the Slot, stop being so dramatic. Radical says, I committed suicide. Oh, I hope you're okay. Evil Zombie says, where are all the Lolita? Whoa, easy there, big fella. Kieran says, Epstein did not kill himself. No, he did. Darking Now says, sick creation for money and morbid. How can they be used to refer to a person who caused so much evil to the victims? They are so in need of money to have created this sick game, and the worst thing is that idiotic people buy it. I hope the Steam company lowers this. You have no respect for the situation. I mean, yeah, I can't disagree. So, final thoughts. I thought this game was boring. The graphics were bad. The design of the island was infuriating. The character designs were dull and uninspiring. And the tasks were almost impossible to do. There's no real plot or direction. The atmosphere of the game feels depressing. The only times I felt a little excited was when the MJs would crush the monsters, but that only lasted a few minutes. And what's extra infuriating is that you have to pay money to play this game. And honestly, you couldn't make me finish this game if you paid me. You know, video game development is an industry often synonymous with their developers being overworked and underpaid. But just for this one, I hope the developers were worked to the bone, round the clock, and got paid in pennies. To the creators of Epstein, what are they called? Let's see here, Galaxyverse, I hope you all delete key yourselves. Okay, rating time. If 1 is like really horrible, like wearing jeans to sleep, and 10 is like really terrific, like having hot chocolate when it's raining outside, I'm gonna give this game an unplayable garbage out of infinity. Congratulations, Galaxyverse. You earned it. Alright, that's the end of the video. Pretty lame topic, I know, but I'm just noting down ideas for videos when I see them on social media. Hopefully the topic for the next video will be a lot better. Okay, go back to living your life. Okay. Bye-bye. Jeffrey Epstein! Jeffrey Epstein! Jeffrey Epstein! You did it!